Hello everyone, and welcome to the May 2025 Sky Report. My name is Vanessa, and I'm joined today by Patrick.
Hi everyone.
Let's see what's happening in the skies this month. First up this month, a comet. You may have heard about Comet C 2025 F2 Swan, discovered earlier this year. Astronomers and enthusiasts captured images of the comet while it was in our morning sky in April. Generally, as comets approach the sun, they warm up and form a bright center as the ices of the comet turn into a gas and sprout tails of ions and dust. This comet already had a tail and bright center by April, and it was predicted to continue to brighten as it approaches the sun and reach its peak on May 1st. However, comets are very difficult to predict, and some observers reported that the comet had likely disintegrated. This suspicion seems to be backed up by photos of the bright center, or coma, of the comet disappearing on April 18th. But don't count it out just yet. Like I said, comets are very difficult to predict. While it does not look good right now, their surfaces are dynamic and each one is different. As it makes its way closer to the sun, it could still increase in brightness, although it will likely be a challenge to see. The most likely scenario is that only the comet tail is left. So you will absolutely need a telescope or binoculars to see this. On May 1st, in case you are up to the challenge, right after sunset, look to the west next to the star cluster, the Pleiades, seen here. What's left of the comet will appear as a fuzzy, slightly brighter spot.
Last month, Mars moved swiftly away from Gemini the Twins and entered the faint constellation Cancer the Crab. On the 1st, Mars appears just to the west of the Beehive cluster, also known as Messier 44 or M44. This open star cluster, located 577 light-years from Earth, is visible to the unaided eye under clear dark skies. This long exposure image shows the Beehive cluster in Cancer the Crab, between the constellations Leo the Lion and Gemini the Twins. In the days that follow, watch as Mars passes in front of the Beehive cluster, an event best seen with a pair of binoculars. On the 2nd, Mars edges closer to M44, while the 6-day-old crescent moon appears to the south of Pollux, one of the bright stars in Gemini the Twins. On the 3rd, the moon and Mars are close together, appearing less than 2 degrees apart in the night sky above the Beehive cluster. By the 4th, Mars sits just 1 moon's diameter north of the central region of the Beehive cluster. This marks its closest approach to the cluster and offers the best viewing opportunity to see them together. On the 5th, Mars has drifted just east of the Beehive cluster, gradually moving away. The event ends on the 6th, with Mars positioned to the east of the Beehive cluster. The Eta Aquariid meteor shower peaks on the morning of the 6th. This meteor shower is much more prominent in the southern hemisphere, but you may catch a few in the early morning around 4 a.m. until sunrise. You can expect around 25 meteors per hour under perfect viewing conditions, but you may see fewer because it's so low on our horizon. The waxen gibbous moon will set before the best viewing times.
On May 14th, the moon will rise as far south as we will ever see it rise. This southern moonrise can only happen during what is called the major lunar standstill. We've mentioned an event like this in other sky reports, but this one is of particular interest because it falls on the 90th birthday of Griffith Observatory. The major lunar standstill season happens every 18.6 years and sticks around for a couple of years. This season began in 2023 and will just about end this year. We will broadcast moonrise and celebrate our 90th anniversary live on YouTube on the evening of May 14th.
To the east, the bright orange star Arcturus in Boötes the Herdsman shines high above the horizon. Just below Boötes, we start to see the early summer constellations. Hercules the Hero rises with mostly faint stars, while the brilliant star Vega in Lyra the Harp appears just above the horizon.
To the south, we see Virgo and Leo high in the sky. We can also see the head of Scorpius rising in the southeast. The rest of the constellations visible here are more difficult to see in the light-polluted Los Angeles night sky: Hydra, Corvus, Crater, and Libra.
Looking towards the west, we can see the fading winter constellations as they dip below the horizon. Gemini the Twins stands tall as it begins to set. Just to the northwest, the bright star Capella in Auriga, the chariot driver, is also sinking lower into the horizon, while Mars sets after 1 a.m.
The planets Mars and Jupiter are both in the west, seen here throughout the month. Mars appears to climb against the sky's motion up to Leo the Lion. In total, it climbs about 15 degrees in the sky compared to the background stars, allowing us a longer viewing season. This is the last month for a while to view the planet Jupiter. By the end of the month, it will set on our horizon just after 9 p.m. If you want to get a close look with a telescope at the cloud bands in the moons of the planet, make sure you start looking at it right after sunset to maximize your time with the planet. Visit Griffith Observatory on a clear evening and look through our telescopes Tuesday through Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
While Mars is on the move this month, on April 8th I had a chance to photograph a rare alignment of Mars alongside the bright stars Castor and Pollux in Gemini the Twins. The arrangement resembled the belt stars in Orion the Hunter. The planets and the moon constantly drift by the constellations of the zodiac, providing opportunities for observers to photograph interesting celestial alignments.
The planets Venus and Saturn are visible on the eastern horizon very early in the morning, seen here at 4:30 a.m. On the first of the month, they will appear to rise together. As the month progresses, Saturn will continue climbing higher in the sky, leaving Venus behind. There's one more interesting observation opportunity this month. If you like to wake up before sunrise and enjoy camping, this month is a great chance to see the return of the summer Milky Way. When we look at our own galaxy in the sky, we notice that half of it appears very bright and rich in detail, while the other half is dimmer and more sparse. Right now in the evening sky, the Milky Way we see is looking outward towards the arms. Early in the morning, we're beginning to see the other, brighter side. You'll need to be in dark skies to see it, and preferably on a night with a new moon. And here is your lunar calendar for May. First quarter is on the 4th. Full moon is on the 12th. Last quarter is on the 20th. And the new moon is on the 26th. Thank you for joining us this month and for celebrating Griffith Observatory's 90th anniversary. Don't forget to watch our Lunar Standstill Southern Moonrise broadcast on the evening of the 14th. We'll see you again next month. Bye!